Okay, so good morning, and we are excited to open our academic conference in our Cyber Week here in Israel in 2017, and I want to welcome you, all our attendees and speakers that arrive from all over the world to participate in this conference and sessions. We are one of the unique conferences that take the cyber interdisciplinary definition and make a long conference with typically different sessions, each one of them with another focus or another side or aspect of the cyber, and it will be our common knowledge at the end of this day to see really different aspects of cyber for people that their expertise is from the technical side, others from the privacy, law, behavioral, and others, and at the end of the day, we'll get really kind of a wide view of this topic and the last ideas and researches that were published or not yet published, but were achieved in the last year from our last conference. You see that we are facing also cyber challenges here on our stage, but this is typically these days part of our society challenges, and I don't have to surprise you with the update of more and more budgets, efforts, and initiatives within the cyber, in the industrial, in the academic, and other aspects. And of course, we see the investment. Yeah, we see the investment not only in the academic side, but of course in all the other part of the industry and our society. I hope that you can see. So as we follow the cyber topic for the last few years, so we find that originally the cyber research was started to take the technical part of the cyber and to elaborate it and to go and investigate more and more parts of the cyber, and later other aspects were also joined this discussion. When we kind of looked at the last year initiatives and topics that we have found and we all know. So first in the technical area, we can see more and more researches in the mobile platforms, specifically in platforms that relevant to Android and also to other new platforms and technologies. We saw last year also taking the surface and the type of cyber attacks like social engineering and other ways that become more and more areas that we see scholars try to learn them deeply. We see the cloud as part of the topics that we see more and more research that goes there. And of course, we see also aspects of human behavior and more soft disciplines that go into our variety of topics that we find. We see modern ways of trying to analyze the cyber behavior and more. This one use the word network, but not focusing on network specifically, but using this way of analyzing things to talk and to learn more about the cyber. We saw more and more other research topics that take the risk, take the questions about the threats and try to analyze them, as well as more optimizations and other ways of looking at our networks as kind of social creatures. We may ask someone. Oh, great, thank you. We found in the last year the beginning of trying to analyze the idea or the question if we can really try to say things not about the potential. We have very evolving discussion about the threats, and no one can say that a specific threat is not potentially can do something to our systems, but to say the opposite is really a challenge, and part of the research that we found goes to these directions. And of course, the question of attribution is a major question that I'm not sure that we are going this morning to hear specific talks about this, but this is an important question in the cyber area that we find it as a key behavior or a key question to be able to find the sources and to analyze the attacks and to find who started them and who had the motivation to initiate specific attacks. So these are the kind of an example of collection of researches that we saw in the last year, more in the technical area, but we have also many more topics that part of them we are going to touch this morning. I would like to say a word about the ICRC, the cyber center, the cyber research center in Tel Aviv University. This is a center that was established in 2014 that take the interdisciplinary definition of cyber and look at this wide definition, and runs a lot of initiatives and research efforts in all this wide definition. You can see here the list of topics that the center is focusing at these days. This was the call for papers last year, and it represents the way or the definition that we see in our center here. And when we try to track after more than 2 years of research how our researchers are divided between the soft and the other the core technical cyber. So you can see here that we track this balance between the soft science and the hard science, if you would like to call it like this, or the strong technical background topics. And this is really kind of the status that we have at the moment in the Cyber Center. We are going to have here today 5 sessions with 22 speakers that we are going to focus each session in specific topic with the experts that will present researches in this topic. You can see here just these days we publish the special issue of cybersecurity in the ACM TIST journal that was based on presentations and talks that were here in this conference. You can see the list of publications that were part of this special issue, and I hope that also based on this conference today and maybe even the next one, we will create another type of a special issue in one of the journals or another. these are the sessions that we are going to have today. The first one will take part of the technology, but what we call beyond IT and networks, several other aspects of not the exact traditional IT cyber, but other technological aspects that will really take us forward in this area. We are going to have later the privacy and law session, and after lunch we'll have again advanced technologies, support and cyber challenge. This will be one technical session, and then we have two others, one with the second generation of cyber policy, and the last one about humans in cyber security, that will conclude the day and give another aspect of this topic. So without any other kind of intros, and with the president of Tel Aviv University that sent his apologies for not be able to attend here this morning and to open this session, we are proud and happy to start the day and to start our program. By the way, I'm Yaniv Harel, and I'm happy to moderate and to chair this conference for the fourth time. So we are starting in our first panel, and the first panel, as I said, will be about the technology side of cyber, and our first speaker for this panel is someone who is a returning speaker to our panel, and we are proud to have him with us year after year and getting the improvements and the deltas in his really great work. So our speaker is Professor V.S. Subramanian, a professor of computer science, University of Maryland, head of the Center for Digital International Government, USA. Professor Subramanian teaches computer science at the University of Maryland and heads the Center for Digital International Government. He develops big data analytics, including methods to analyze vast bodies of text, learn models and behaviors of entities from data-focused actions by these entities, and methods to influence these behaviors. So Professor Subramanian, it's our pleasure. Good morning and good luck.